Morning dear students. So today we are going to start our new topic, which is compound interest. So what is compound interest? For this we have to take this paragraph which is given in the box. Interest is extra money paid by institution like banks or post office or money deposited with them. Interest is also paid by people when they borrow money. So what is interest? Interest is the extra money which is paid by the institution. Okay, if we are depositing the money in the bank or borrowing money from the bank, so we have to pay some extra money, or we get also some extra money by the institution, or we have to pay some extra money to the institution. Suppose that if we are depositing money in the bank, that means it is our money we are giving to the bank, so the bank will give us some extra money as the interest. Or if we are borrowing or taking the money from the bank, that means we are taking the money, we do not have the sufficient money, that's why we are taking the loan, as we can say. So in this way the bank will take some extra charges for giving the amount to us, so that charges will be count as interest. Here in this box, as we can see, normally the interest paid or charged is never simple. The interest is calculated on the amount of the previous year. This is known as interest compounded or compound interest. That means if we are depositing money to the bank for 5 years, so the interest which we get after 1 year, that amount will be added with the principal amount. Suppose that we are depositing 10,000 rupees to the bank, so if we get the interest 1,000 rupees per year, so that amount will be added with the money which we had deposited. So 1,000 will be added with the 10,000, so it will become 11,000. Now on the next year we get the interest on the basis of the amount whatever is exist in our account. So the balance is in the account is now 11,000 rupees. Now we get the interest on the basis of 11,000. Okay, so whatever the interest we get on the next year, it will also added with the remaining amount which is in the bank. So on the next year again the interest is given on the basis of the total amount which is in the account. So this is called the compound interest. Okay, interest over interest is called compound interest. Let's see from here how to find the simple interest for 1 year. Here it is given that the principal for the 1 year be P1. Okay, P means principal, the amount, and here P1 is equal to 20,000 rupees. So we have to find the simple interest. What is simple interest? There is a formula, and the formula is P into R into T upon 100. So P for principal, R for rate, and T for time. So the formula of simple interest is P into R into T upon 100. P for principal, R for rate, and T for time. Time can be yearly or half yearly. So we have to calculate the time if it is given in the month wise or half yearly. So let's complete this one. So we have to find the simple interest SI, and it is given that the percentage, that means the rate is 8% for first year. So P into R into T. T is only 1 year, that's why it is not showing here. We can also write here into 1. This is time upon 100. Now when we calculate it, so 1 0 second 0 and 1 0 second 0 will be cancelled. 8 into 200 will be become 1600. So this is the simple interest for the 1 year. Okay, now the amount we get as a interest is rupees 1600. So it will be added with the principal. So it is become amount, that means after 1 year the total amount we get. So the principal was rupees 20,000 and the interest we get 1600. So the total amount after 1 year we get 21,600. This is also the formula P plus SI. That means principal plus simple interest will be become the amount. Okay, so the principal of the first year is rupees 21,600. Now if the time is half yearly, that means it is not given the complete years. So half yearly, that means 1/2 year. Okay, so it is quite simple. That means half yearly, that means 6 months. If the time is given 2/3 or 1/3, like month wise, if the time is given only 1 month, so how we have to calculate the month? There is 12 months in a year total, so we have to take it fraction wise, like the total months is 12, so it will be become the denominator. Now the month that are asking in the question, which is 1 month, so we have to put it here. Now similarly 2 months, so 2/12. If it is simplified, so we have to reduce in the simplest form. So 1/6 year it will be count. 3 years, 3/12 is equal to 1/4 year. 4 years is equal to 4/12, which is equal to 1/3 year. 5 months is equal to 5/12 year, and 6 months, that is 1/2. Okay, here we have already calculated. So 6 months is equal to 1/2. 7 months is equal to 7/12 year. Okay, so this is in the month wise. Okay, the time is given in the month. Now we are changed into the year. Okay, time is given in the month and we had changed it into the year. Now 8 months will be become 8/12, which is equal to 2/3. 9 months is equal to 9/12, which is equal to 3/4, and the 10 months, which is equal to 10/12, which is equal to 5/6 years. So in this way we have to change the time from month wise to the yearly system. Okay, one more thing I want to add here. As we solved this question, we get the amount which is 21,600. So this is the amount for the first year. Okay, this is the amount at the end of the first year. If the question is asking about the find the simple interest after 1 and more year. Okay, so let's see the next situation. So the next situation is for the same question. Again, find the interest on this sum for another year. So 21,600 was the amount which is we get after 1 year. Okay, so 1,600 was the interest for the 1 year and 20,000 was the principal. So we have to find the simple interest of the second year. One thing you have to keep in your mind is that the amount of the first year will be become the principal of the second year. So the amount of first year which we get 21,600, after completing 1 year, that much amount is added in our account. So that means this much amount we have in our account. Okay, so when we add something extra, or we can say that when we finding the simple interest for the second year, that means the interest will be count on the basis of the amount which is already in the account. So that much amount we get in the our account after completing 1 year. Now it will be the become principal for the second year. So simple interest will be P into R into T upon 100. Principal is 21,600 for the second year, the same rate and the same time, okay, upon 100. When we calculate it, we get 1728. This is the simple interest, okay, and this is the simple interest. When we are going to find the amount, we have to add this simple interest. This is simple interest. We have to add the simple interest with the principal, and the principal is 21,600 rupees for the second year, and this is the simple interest. So it will become 23,328. okay, so this is the total amount what we get after completing 2 years. Okay, so the total interest is given. This is the interest which we get after completing 1 year, and this is the interest which we get after completing 2 years. That means the total interest is 3,328 we get after 2 years. And again, if we finding the simple interest for the third year, so for the same rate, for the same situation, so this is the amount of the second year. That means after completing the second year, we get 23,328 total in our account. So this will become the principal of third year. It will become principal of the third year. Okay, similarly, the amount of previous year will be become the principal of the next year every time. So that's all for the topic. So the next topic, when the rate compounded annually or half yearly. Okay, so for this topic, let's move for this box. It is very important, you have to read. When time period and rate, when interest is not compounded annually, so the time period after which the interest is added each time to form a new principal is called conversion period. So this is important point for you. Learn it, what is conversion period. Okay, time by time the interest is added with the principal, and it is make a amount. This amount will be become the principal of the next year. So this is called the conversion period. Okay, and when interest is compounded half yearly, so there are two conversion period in a year. Two conversion period, that means 1/2. Okay, when half yearly it will count, so the conversion is 1/2, each after 6 months. Okay, 6 months, that means half year. In such situation, the half yearly rate will be half of the annual rate. If the rate is compounded half yearly, that means if 8% is given, so it will become the 4% for the half year. What will happen if interest is compounded quarterly? In this case, there are 4 conversion period in a year, and the quarterly rate will be 1/4. 4 conversion period, that means half of half, that means half of 6 months is equal to 3 months. So 3 months is the conversion of period when the time is compounded quarterly, and the rate will become 1/4 of the annual rate. If the rate is 8%, then it will become 1/4. 1/4 into 8 is equal to 2. 2 is the annual rate. Okay, now let's move here. If the rate and time is compounded half yearly, the time will be 2 into half year. Okay, and the rate will become half because it is compounded half yearly. If quarterly, if the rate and the time is compounded quarterly, then time will become 1/4 of the 12 months, that is equal to 3 months. This is the quarterly time. Okay, or we can write it like 3 months upon 12, which is equal to 1/4. 1/4 is the quarter. The fraction of quarter is 1/4, and the rate will become 1/4 of the annual rate. So in the previous question it is given the rate was 8%. So 1/4 of 8 is equal to 2. So 2% is the rate for quarter time period. Okay, so 1/4 of the annual rate will become 2%, which is the rate of the quarterly time.